Do I have to turn the microwave on? Yeah. That's the whole process. Yeah. Yes, it charged it. Okay.
Oh my god, you got the certificate of completion. All you need is your parents' signature. Okay, Mom. I bet that kid thought he was being real sneaky, huh? I think it took me until, 3rd grade or 4th grade to figure out my mom's signature. And even then, I didn't have the balls to write it down on anything that was important. Because, hey, I took prison seriously. When people told me that I was going to go to jail for 10 years for writing down my mom's signature on anything, that was crazy. I didn't want to risk it, even though I'm almost certain that's not true. Wow. Wow, a 7-year-old son's brilliant way to never lose the key he has for his lock. At that age, I don't even know how long it would take me to realize my mistake. I think I would look at this and just show people, yeah, this is how you hide your keys, man. This is how you never lose them. It would probably take me a whole 24 hours to really realize what was going on. How much I just screwed myself over. This right here is the breakfast for a parent made by the child in the background, by his son or her son. Apparently the child in the background was going to throw a fit if he didn't get the chance to make his parents some breakfast. And this is breakfast. Uncooked whole wheat penne pasta. No salt, no pepper, no nothing. Just straight up uncooked pasta. Yo, I used to think that cats and dogs were the only species, that dogs were the boys and cats were the girls. I've heard something similar, but not exactly like that. I remember being 6 years old and saying that I wanted a cat, and all my dude friends telling me that I was a girl because cats are for girls and dogs were for boys. Strangely enough, that statement actually encouraged me to kind of introduce myself to dogs, because I was never really keen on doing that because I always thought dogs were violent. And then now dogs are like my second favorite animals on the planet, and I can never see myself with any other pet. Hey, so one time I lost a bouncy ball under my bed, and me and my cousin couldn't see it in the dark, so I grabbed a lighter and held it under my bed. It caught my bed on fire. My parents still don't know. That is surprising. Your parents must be oblivious, or did you just have a bunch of incense in your room? How did you hide the smell of burning fabric from your family? Oh my god, I really wish this wasn't as common as it really is. Every year we hear a story of multiple different teenagers getting stuck in baby swings. Just because you can fit in it doesn't mean you can get out of it, guys. Stop doing that. So many playgrounds around my area have lost their baby swings because of teenagers getting stuck and they have to cut the swings off, and then the city doesn't replace the swings. It's greatly annoying because all the mothers in my community are upset that they can't put their toddlers or babies in swings because all of them are gone because of teenagers who think that, I guess, sitting in a baby swing is cool. I never did that when I was a teenager. Maybe I was lame. Until I turned 7 years old, I didn't know that special effects existed. So when something that usually special effects happened in a movie, I thought it actually happened in real life. For example, when someone died in a movie, I thought that the actor had actually died and they committed suicide, and prisoners sentenced to death for death scenes in movies. When I was younger, the only thing that would catch my neck about movies is seeing the same actor appear in, different movies. I'm like, wait a minute, Tobey Maguire isn't just Spider-Man? Yeah, that threw me off when I was 6 or 7 maybe, a long time ago, but I remember just being so shocked. Hey Dad, do dragons fart fire? I don't know, actually. Wow, I thought you went to college. Bruh. Okay, so this was on the top of the subreddit for, I want to say, for a solid week. It was absolutely hilarious, and I'm so happy that I get to share it with you. The story you're about to hear is about this child laying in a medical bed with a bunch of sensors all over his head, and why he's in that situation. So there was this episode of Hannah Montana when Jackson pretended he lost his memory. So me in the 2nd grade wanted to do it too. I slipped and fell in the bathroom at school, and then I told my friends I couldn't remember anything. They told the teacher, then I went to the nurse, then I went to the hospital, and then they were doing a ton of tests. And the whole time, I was faking it. Oh my goodness. I would just like to thank the person who told my daughter that when she lies, her eyes turn a different color. Now she squeezes her eyes shut every time she lies, and my job just became a whole lot easier. That is brilliant. That is so smart. But I can't help but think that this will carry over into your daughter's teenage years, and every time she's lying to you, she keeps her eyes shut. I think at that point you would probably take your daughter to a psychologist. So, in kindergarten, we had an in-class talent show, and I chose to breakdance. The next day I brought cardboard so I wouldn't hurt myself when I was spinning on my head, you feel me? And it wasn't until I stood up in front of the whole class for my turn that I realized I didn't know how to breakdance. Well, to be honest, it's good that you chose breakdancing because you can fake it. You can fake breakdancing. It looks silly, it looks crazy, but if you're just on beat, you can fake it till you make it.
Don't throw it because it'll break.
When I was like 5, I thought Mount Rushmore just naturally looks like the presidents, the way that sometimes a potato chip accidentally looks like Jesus. Fun fact about your boy Panda Daddy, when he was younger he watched the National Treasure movies, you know, the one with Nicolas Cage, and I genuinely thought that the one about Mount Rushmore and Lincoln was real. Yeah, I think I was like 8 years old. I was like, what? There's gold and what? Whoa, conspiracy! And regrettably, I think I believed that all the way up until I was 10. A story from my childhood. Once when I was a wee lad, I asked my mother if I could peel the potatoes. She said yes, but be careful. I thought, why do I have to be careful? It's a potato peeler. That's all it can peel. To prove myself right, I went outside and pressed the peeler to my thumb quite hard and shoved it forward. It was at that moment I realized tool and utensils names can be misleading. Oh my goodness, don't you love it? Just such a wholesome childhood story. About a child nearly degloving his thumb with a potato peeler. I truly don't think you can find anything more wholesome than that. I think we hit kid drawing bingo. Alright, so my 6-year-old son drew a picture of Clint, the rock star. Hey, here you go! Look at the guitar!
I think it's harder to probably the most disrespected superstars we have in the game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they Hall of Famers already, and they disrespected them. I mean, that's what you gotta watch out for them, straight up. Yeah.
Thoughts on Battle of LA?
Oh my God, bro!
LeBron,
What the f?
PG.
Oh, yo, why is my son sleeping on the floor like this? I can't tell you why. Maybe it's a dude thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a human thing. I don't know. But I'm a dude. I only know my dude experiences. But when I was a kid, all the way up until my like mid-teens, falling asleep in a superhero costume was the best. It just gave you the best dreams. It gave you the best feeling. If you get up and you're like, wow, I'm Deadpool, or wow, I'm Superman, it changes your outlook on the entire day. It just boosts your self-esteem to the highest degree. I was playing volleyball in the gym with the kids, and this little boy got hit in the head, and I was like, oh geez, you okay, dude? And he was just like, yeah, I'm real strong, watch this, and punched himself in the face. I said to be gentle with his brain, and he told me, no really, it's okay, look, and I had to physically block him from slamming his forehead into the brick wall. Yeah, I can attest to that. For some reason I thought being edgy or being strong meant, you know, maybe severe brain damage. In high school, I would always do this with a dude. We would run down the hallway, like go to either side near the lockers and slam our heads into the locker like boom, just to freak people out. Yeah, being 15 was an interesting year of my life. Very, very much so.
Give the balls again.
Y'all know what he's gonna do with that, right?
Yeah. Good.
He's gonna run up and full on beat people back.
This is why we don't send children in.
He's fine.
Okay, so I just told my son they're popping fireworks for my birthday, and he really believed me and said, they love you, Daddy. Kids are so gullible. Wow, that's such a wholesome story. Thank you so much, consciousness over Gucci. Sunday is such an open day, she said. Let's go to the beach, she said. Nothing could go wrong, she said. Well, something did. We wouldn't let him swim in the sea, and he can't swim, and it's 6 degrees, and now he's on the ground throwing a tantrum, and now I'm stuck here. It's cold. It's winter time. Alright, so I'm a father in need after a 9-year-old son spent $2,800 on V-Bucks. Oh my god. What is the story behind this? How could something like this happen? So, my son thought he found a hack to get free stuff through the Apple Store on his iPhone. The hack was bypassing security protocols to obtain $2,800 through my checking account. Through this, he procured some online app assets on his iPhone. Present day value of his acquired assets is $3.51. His current concerns are how long he'll be grounded from Xbox and his lack of access to iTunes. Wow, this kid's really getting off easy, because I know if I did that, not only am I paying back the $2,800, but I'm almost certain that my father would, invite me to get into the octagon. I'm almost certain I'm going to be fighting him mixed martial arts style on television. And the punishment doesn't even stop there. I'm almost certain that I wouldn't see a cell phone until I was 20. Yeah, I'm 100% certain that would be the case. I probably wouldn't get a cell phone until I would be able to buy it myself.
What is that? Oh.
Another story from my childhood. I was at my grandmother's. She had one of those peppermint hard candies, and I looked at the bag and it said not suitable for kids younger than 8, or something like that. I distinctly remember thinking, whatever, I'm 7, I'll be fine. And nearly the exact same moment I put it in my mouth, I sucked on it too hard and choked on it. How come every single grandmother has 1 or 2 candies? Either those big peppermint candies or those caramel candies. It's only those 2, never something in between. It's like, where do they get this stuff? Do they get it in the mail? Like, oh, the government knows that you're 16, is like, here you go. Here's your candy that you give to children. When I was about 8 years old, I remember hearing about internal bleeding, and I thought it was eternal bleeding. And I spent a few years of my childhood afraid that if I got a bad enough cut, it would bleed forever. Jesus Christ, eternal bleeding. That sounds like something that you'll encounter in hell.
Throw it. There you go. And she brings it back sometimes. Oh, nope, there she goes. Gosh, damn, that was a fucking... How the... Asher... Gosh.
When I was young, my older sister would hide one of those really big pretzel sticks in the bag of small pretzels, and she'd pull it out and tell me that this was the rare Giga pretzel, and she'd give me the special pretzel, but only if I did her chores. I thought this pretzel was completely different from the ones we had in the jar. I remember when I was younger, I thought perish was a good word. I was praying with my family one night, and I prayed that we would all perish. The silence that filled the room was unforgettable. Man, that just reminds me, for some reason, if you're the older sibling in any family, you're tasked during any family gathering to, guide the prayer. And when I was a teenager, I was kind of antisocial, so I didn't really like speaking up. I didn't really like, having to command any sort of important thing. So when I would have to do that during Christmas and Thanksgiving, I would always have a pre-written prayer that I would practice before I would give it, just because I'm anticipating someone asking me to do it. Yeah, thank God I grew out of that social awkwardness, because that was tough. I was out with my son, and my youngest started crying because he wanted a box of tampons thinking it was candy. My middle son yelled, "Hey, those aren't candy, those are tampons for mommy's wiener." My oldest screamed, "Mommy doesn't have a wiener, she has a vagina." Wear a condom, guys. So, my 7-year-old brother took a bottle of Gatorade out of the cooler and decided to fling excess water at me, getting water all over the ground. I said, "Hey dude, you're getting water everywhere." He got all the water off the bottle and went to go take out another one to fling water at my laptop, but slipped on the water that he got on the ground before and hit his head. He told me it was my fault because I didn't warn him that there was water on the ground. That is certainly life with siblings. Even when you do something wrong, it's always somebody else's fault. All the time. It's usually the oldest kid's fault, and that would always be me. When I was 7, my much older sister, who lived with us, was pregnant. She yelled to our mom that her water had broken, and I went into the bathroom and turned on the tap and yelled back, "The water isn't broken anymore, guys. What are you guys complaining about?"
And here I go, I'm gonna jump. Ready? Yeah! My car.
As a kid, I used to think that if everyone in the world would go to sleep at the same time, night would skip and it would become day instantly. Ah, that's funny, because I used to think silly stuff like that all the time. I used to think that the moon would follow me anytime I would stare out of the window of the car. I'm like, wow, the moon really does care about me, because he's following me all the way home. I really hope he's not a creeper. We told our 3-year-old, "Don't be afraid of the dark. Nothing will hurt you." So he decided nothing must be a monster that will hurt him, and now he's in our bed at 2 a.m. complaining that he's very afraid of nothing, and he's also not tired anymore, and can he have some breakfast now? My niece said I was going bald, so unprompted she cut off a lock of her hair for me. I hope the scotch tape holds. Aw, your niece is so wholesome and so great. Protect her at all costs.
Hey, watch where you're going. Slow down. Oh.
Slow down.
You should get me the PS5. Okay, sure. Let me just grab all my money from the money tree I have growing in the backyard. Be right back. Let's go! What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. Seriously, take a picture of this. Take a picture. Take a look at this picture and go ahead and do that. Make sure it says all notifications so you can get my stuff on time and, you know, see it when it's uploaded and stuff. Also, to those who didn't see the upload today, a lot of you guys wanted to have a Pokemon card pack opening, so I made a video for that, a nice long video of me opening up cards and stuff like that and talking about my hobby, so go ahead and take a look at that if you are interested in that. The video is already uploaded. I'll put the clip here and then put the little eye icon, there it is. Go ahead and take a look at that. And as always, gotta thank the Patreon supporters, so thank you to Taki, Bunny Boo, Dustin, Can Eggplant, Kyle, Hostmar, Keith Myers, Hannah, Pixie Art 5, Lurin Green, Catherine Taylor, Jason, Arolina, Rajan, Clara, John Robinson, Ethan, Vermont, Noobslur, Trenton Golden, Trojan, Yeet Master, Arjen, Noah, Brody, Muffy Lou Who, Cleric, Sir Teacup, Immortal EXE, and Trey. Thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there's 2 links in the description, one to my merch store and one to my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.